Hi everyone, I'm Yosin, and in today's video I'll give you 2 techniques to help you stay grounded and focused. I wanted to make this video because I feel it's ever important to stay grounded and stay focused. We live in a society where the systems have literally been built to keep us in a state of fear, anxiety, imbalance, and just overwhelmed, overloaded with toxicity on all levels, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, energetically. And when we think about vibrationally what that means emotion-wise, we have our negative emotions and positive emotions. And I'd like to think of them not as good or bad, but as an imbalance, right? So if you think of a cell that has a proton, a neutron, and an electron, right? You take away one of those protons, it gets imbalanced. And that cell wants another proton, so it's going to find something else to latch onto that has one of those. And then if it creates more and more of an imbalance, it'll keep latching on, keep latching on, keep latching on. And then you have like cancer cells, or just in our lives, you can see it in the behaviors. The behaviors become really imbalanced. So we need to come back to a place of balance, and we can do that through grounding to the earth. So when we're functioning in low vibration energies and we become unbalanced, it becomes too far on the negative side, the earth literally can rebalance us and give us all those protons back so that we can feel at a state of peace and a state of love, a state of appreciation. So it's really actually crazy and fascinating how this works, and I can give you a real life example of this. You have all probably felt this before throughout your life, but there was a time that I was working at a place. It was a restaurant run by this really negative, super toxic family. And they didn't communicate well with each other. They didn't train me at all in what I was supposed to do. They expected me to know how to do everything. The menu was in a whole nother language, and they didn't even teach me what those words were. They just kind of expected me to know how to do it. And then when I didn't, or if I messed up, or if I didn't know something, they would literally yell at me and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Not exactly the F word, but that was like the energy behind it. And literally everyone that worked there became so just angry and disgruntled and bitter because nobody was able to bring that vibration up. They were all just kind of feeding into it, giving their power away to everything else, to the situation, to this negative energy, to that negative energy, and they just became more and more depleted. And there was one night that I came home and I was so anxious and stressed out that like my hands were shaking, and I literally sat in my car and cried the whole way home. Like I could not control the tears. When I parked at home, it was at nighttime. I got out of the car and I laid in the grass. I took my shoes off. I just laid in the grass and I let myself surrender to the earth, really. And it didn't take much time. Maybe 10, 15 minutes, I felt so much better. I felt so much recharged. The earth had taken all of that negative energy and replenished me with this positive energy to balance my system out. So I no longer felt anxious. I was able to come out of that. I mean, yes, I was still upset about the situation, and I didn't stay at that job for very much longer. But that's a prime example of what grounding to the earth can do. The earth is so powerful. So I'm here on the beach today because I wanted to show you that. So I don't know if you could see, I'm barefoot right now. I'll walk back in a minute. But one of the most simplest things you can do is either walk barefoot or put your hands on the physical earth. Even better if you can lay down and just let the whole earth kind of take up all your negative energy and replenish your positive energy. Another thing you can do, as you can see behind me, there's water. Especially ocean water can recharge you. Oh, there's so many positive energies that come from the ocean, and just try it. If you ever feel like you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, get in some water, go take a bath, go to a hot tub, go to a steam room, or if you have access to water like an ocean, a lake, even a stream, go put your feet in that water and just let the earth recharge you. It works wonders every single time. So that's a little hack that you can do. It's an easy hack anytime. So whenever you're feeling anxious, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed out or in a negative energy, an emotional state, go ground to the earth. I promise you, you won't regret it. So with that being said, I just ask that you like, you subscribe, and if you have any grounding techniques of your own, or if you've done this before and you want to share that story, go ahead and comment below. With that, I thank you so much for watching. Peace, much love, light to you, and namaste.